Hey, what's up, guys and gals? This is Tony from Alpha Blossom. I wanted to show you a quick overview of a new page builder, funnel builder that I'm using. It's called GroovePages. For those of you guys that have been following me, I'm a huge fan of ClickFunnels. I'm still using it, but I came across this deal with GroovePages. They have actually a free lifetime plan where you can have up to 3 websites, pages for life. There's no credit card needed to sign up. You literally just enter your name and email, sign up, and you have access to their account. A lot of people have been promoting it lately. It's just coming out of beta, so they're making a really heavy push. They've got about 70 or 80,000 users now. ClickFunnels is about 100,000. So that's pretty amazing. So I had to check it out for free. And then after a week, I decided to upgrade to their platinum plan, which is about $13.97, almost $1,400. It's a lifetime deal though, so pay once, never pay again, and I have unlimited access to the funnel builder. They're going to have an autoresponder system like Active Campaign coming out in the next month or so. With that includes 25,000 leads for that for life, so I never have to pay for that again. They're going to have video hosting like a Vimeo. They're going to have membership sites. Most of this stuff is unlimited. With the video hosting, you'll have to probably pay for some bandwidth. I think they're going to include a very generous amount. Still working on that stuff, but it's coming out of beta. So I just wanted to put together a quick video and show you guys this funnel, this landing page that I built out. This took me about 15 minutes to build out the basics of it. So I'm going to show you guys in this video real quickly how I did it from scratch. Of course, it would be faster if I use templates and things, but I'm just trying to learn the builder. So I wanted to record my process, and I've only been using this for less than a week, maybe a week, so still stumbling around a little bit, trying to figure my way through. But this uses a form. I would say it'd probably be another 15 minutes or so to connect to Active Campaign, which this form is actually an Active Campaign. It's set up. I just need to connect the integration. And I didn't optimize the mobile responsive. It's pretty much optimized, but you can change the font size for several different sizes of browser, landscape, portrait orientation. You can change the padding and the margin and all that stuff. So a little bit more flexible than ClickFunnels in that area. There's a lot of things I like better than ClickFunnels. There's some things I don't like better than ClickFunnels. But for basically what it would cost me 5 months of ClickFunnels, this is paid off, and I never have to pay for it again. So at some point, I could see myself transitioning away from ClickFunnels. But I do a lot of training on ClickFunnels and things like that. So I probably still be around the ClickFunnels community, and I really enjoy that community a lot as well. So without further ado, let me show you what we got going on here. Inside the GrooveFunnels, GroovePages editor, we're going to start by adding an empty container to the canvas. And all those are on the left side. The right side is where you have your different controls. So I'm going to upload a background image now so I can kind of see what I'm working with a little bit. And one of the cool things I like is down below, there's a setting that is custom attributes. You can just add a line of CSS here, and it applies it directly to the element. So you don't have to go into CSS code. You can just add it directly for each element that you're working on. And they've got a lot of different layout options, including Flex. So this is built on Vue.js, which is a really fast JavaScript framework. ClickFunnels uses the Bootstrap, which is a ton of CSS added in there, and it hasn't been updated for some time, I believe. So, and then you can, because it's Flex, you can vertically center your container very easily with just a couple buttons. And then when you go to this element side, you can just drag your different containers, column layouts, all kinds of cool stuff. I like on ClickFunnels how it has the plus handle below, so you can just click the plus and add those things. But they're still working on improvements here. The color editor is okay. I'm used to the ClickFunnels one, I guess. You can paste hex in there. I wish they had a where you can paste RGBA with transparency. Would save one additional step, but pretty straightforward. And yeah, just finding my way around a little bit. So still trying to figure out the proper way to drag and drop. This one was a little trickier because I wanted to have a white header and then a transparent body, so I had to have several different containers to do that. And then adding the logo image there. Doesn't have lazy loading built in. The new ClickFunnels has a beta feature where it has that, and I actually have a script that I use for that. And I've experimented here. I can very easily do lazy loading with my script as well. I haven't tested it with a lot of images yet to see how much of a difference it will make, but so here you're just adding the different headline elements. We're going to add H1, H2. As far as SEO goes, I would say this has ClickFunnels beat in that sense. You can add all your different H tags. ClickFunnels, any header element is an H1, and I believe the subheaders are all H2s and paragraphs, so you don't have a lot of control over that. For SEO, it's typically recommended to have one H1 tag on a page. Most people aren't doing that with funnels anyways, so they're not using it for ranking SEO typically, but this is also a little bit more on the website builder side as well as funnels, so you can kind of do both purposes. So very easy to adjust the different settings, font weights, things like that. And if you see up above in the pink, you have 5 different settings: desktop, laptop, portrait mode, iPad, landscape mode iPad, and iPhone. And you can actually set a lot of things separate for each one of those. So you can set different padding and different margin for each of those elements, which you can't do with ClickFunnels. On ClickFunnels, you can do a mobile font and a desktop font, but you can't do anything in between. So this definitely has an advantage there. It lets you actually do different font sizes for each one of those 5 devices, different paddings, different margins, a lot of different things you can do. I don't believe you can use different images and things like that. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. So, but a lot more flexibility there. Overall, the builder is very nice, and they've got a lot of pre-made blocks and templates. Supposed to be a bunch of them coming out very soon. Ton of elements. Got some good integrations. I've only played with the active campaign, which I'm using on this one, but they do have other integrations, and they say within the next month or two they're going to have a ton of integrations added. The platform is awesome, and the things that they're going to be released when it comes out of beta within the next month is going to be amazing. Unlimited everything, almost. The video platform is awesome. The membership platform is really awesome, really well thought out. The automation is very similar to Active Campaign type of automation. Their video hosting is going to let you do things like tag people based on how much time they watched in the video, or you can do different call to actions, things like that. So it's really awesome. So here I'm dragging the Active Campaign integration. It's already pre-formatted. This one has name and email. I did one on another form where I added the phone number here, and it did successfully pass that phone number over. I haven't tried it with any custom fields, so I would like to try that. One thing this is missing that ClickFunnels has is you can't do Dropdowns on the form yet. I'm not sure they're going to be adding that. I hope they will be. So that's a little limiting, but there is a cool feature where you can actually access the code, the global code. So if you wanted to copy it, an entire funnel over, just a click of a button, copy and paste, or you can access the code for the element. So I plan on trying to change one of these into a drop down field and seeing if that will work and allow me to pass that custom information over to Active Campaign. So yeah, you can actually add a custom ID as well as a class, which you cannot do with ClickFunnels. You can change the name and target it by data attribute, but you can't change the ID, and you can't change the class. So the advantage of having the class is you can target multiple items if they all have the same class name. Here I'm setting the padding. So this is pretty cool because you can get really specific on the padding and the margin, whether you want to do just one side, both sides. So when you click the pink, it will just do that, and then when you click a different thing, there was a bug when it gets to, it's supposed to be 1.6 rem, it's actually 16 rem, so there's a bug. I've notified them about that. I'm sure they'll be fixing that very soon. That's why you saw I got really tall and skinny for a second. But there, you can unclick one of the settings. So I just unclick the top padding, and then I can adjust the bottom padding separately. So a lot more flexibility there than what ClickFunnels gives you. I like the global styles. If you, for example, let's say you style a button, you can add it as a global style, and then when you add a new button, you can just select that global style and apply it to that button instead of having to style every other button or clone the button. So I like the spacing options, the layout options. I don't like that none of these give you free input. So if you wanted to go to pixels or percentage freely, you don't have that option. Whereas with ClickFunnels, a lot of times you do. You can just punch in, like if you wanted to change the margin to like 45 pixel, you could type in 45 pixels and it would set it at 45. Here, everything is preset with the drag and drop handle. So I'm really hoping they change that. It's easy enough to override with CSS. Just go to the custom attributes for that element. So it's not really a big deal if you know just the most basic CSS. That's stuff that I teach on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, and you can learn all this cool stuff. Quick preview. It's coming along very nicely so far. A couple things are off. And again, I'm still learning my way around here, so it's taken me longer than it probably would normally. And once this is, once they get to where you can say this is a template, it's just going to be much easier. Just go in, make some changes. You can clone the page. So once it's done, it's done. It's very simple. And, these are the border radiuses, so you can adjust the top, bottom, or all four of the border radiuses. Again, I don't like that it's a preset, but easily could just add the custom attribute to override those settings without having to even jump out of this panel here. So that's very cool. One other cool thing they have coming very soon is you're going to be able to punch in a URL from a website and import the basic layout. I highly doubt they're going to let you import the actual website. That would be pretty unethical, pretty shady. But I think they're going to let you just punch in the URL, and it's going to build the basic structure of that site, so you can funnel hack much faster as opposed to having to manually build that out. That's super exciting. That's coming soon. I'm not sure. I doubt that's going to be available on the free plan, but I mean, the builder, it's very robust. It's still in beta. There's a couple bugs, but this thing is awesome, and I encourage you guys, if you're watching this, at a very minimum, just sign up for the free plan. Like I said, it's just an email and I believe name. They don't ask for credit card. Just enter your email, your name, and you've got your free account. 3 websites. I think you can do custom domains, I believe. Don't hold me to that. And if you're really serious about your business, or you're doing a lot of marketing, or you're doing work for clients, things like that, it's $13.97, I believe, was what I paid, one-time payment, and that's it for life. And then I have unlimited access to all funnels. I can use it for clients and things like that. And they have payment plans as well. I believe they have up to a 12-month payment plan. I'm not 100% sure on that because I just did the one-time payment, but it's really a no-brainer. So I'll have a link attached here with this, and it'll be my affiliate link. So if you find this useful, I would appreciate if you use my affiliate link if you do sign up for the free trial or the platinum plan. Again, I don't know if you've followed me before, but I only recommend stuff that I use, that I buy, that I believe in. I really am very, very skeptical about recommending something that I don't firmly believe in, that I haven't bought. It's very rare for me to recommend something that I haven't personally bought. I have bought this because after a week or so, I saw the crazy value that they were offering, and it's going to be hard to pass up on that. So here I'm editing the form, the text before the form, just editing some margin, get some spacing and things like that. And these are just small tweaks. Once you really learn this system, these things will be super fast. Just adjusting the background color, the border radius of the form inputs. I had a little bug earlier. I was trying global styles, and they kind of disappeared after a little while, so I think that's a bug. But they're working on a bunch of stuff. They said they got most of their bugs fixed, a ton of bugs, and they've the founders of this company were guys that were involved in GrooveCart and I believe EverWebinar, one of the webinar companies. Oh yeah, if you sign up for the Platinum plan, they're going to have a webinar uh, plan available as well, and I believe it includes access to that. I don't know if unlimited, I doubt, but you won't have to pay for that as well. So they're doing the full platform, and it is awesome. And if you're on ClickFunnels at $300 a month, basically 5 to 6 months, you will have paid this off, and you will never have to pay for it again. So if you go to configure there, you can configure the form information. You can set the field type. So we're going to give it an ID, a name. That's where you set the placeholder, which is the text that appears inside of the form. And when somebody clicks on it, that goes away. The validation, this is a name, so it's just a text. The other validation will be for email. And I'm sure they'll be improving this. Right now you can't add tags, but once you add it to a list within ActiveCampaign, you can then add your tags, so it's not a huge deal. But it would be nice to be able to add a tag here. That would definitely give you a little more flexibility. I changed the button text here, and color. If you click the circle there next to the code, you can actually paste in your own hex code. It took me a while to figure that out, thanks to one of my friends. And yeah, that's the margin, bottom margin. But we also want to do the padding, so we'll click on the top and bottom padding. Another cool feature you can't see is there's actually a breadcrumb on the bottom, so you can actually see what element you're working on, and if you want to target that container. So if I click on the button, but I want to target the container of the button, I just click on the next item in the breadcrumb. Or if you see right above the button, there's three icons. The one on the right is like an up arrow. That will actually take you up to the previous level, which would be the wrapper for the button. Then you can go for the whole wrapper for the whole group of those. So it's really, really well thought out as far as letting you navigate your way around the builder. You can see I added custom ID. I'm going to add a little text here, just a little snippet of CSS, and target it by the ID. So it's super easy to add these type of customizations. This is site settings. I would probably go in and add that to this page setting instead, because this is not going to be on all the sites. But for now, just do it this way. You can move it over when you're done, but it's super easy. You can see they have some SEO stuff here. You can upload your favicon down below. You can add your tracking. So there's tracking that goes in the head. There's tracking that goes at the top of the body tag, towards the top part, and there's code that goes towards the bottom of the body, which would be kind of in the footer section of the page. So that's where a lot of times you'll add your scripts and things like that, so they don't slow down the page load time. So I set that to block, and basically what I did was ClickFunnels has a subtext on the button where you can just go in and add another text underneath the main text. So in this case, it says list changes daily. So that's not a feature here now. I'm not sure if they're adding that or not, but with just a couple lines of CSS, I was able to add that. I'll have some tutorials on how to do that stuff as well, but super easy to do, so not a big deal. And there you go. It's coming along, almost done. Got to add a hover for the button. And this is it. I'll post a link here for you guys to check out, but it's a no-brainer to do the free deal. Like I said, it's no credit card required. It's a lifetime access for free. Never have to pay. And if you guys use this for your business, for any kind of marketing, for client work, the Platinum deal is also a no-brainer. I mean, it took me a week just to make sure the product was solid, but right away I knew it was a no-brainer as long as the product was solid. So that's it. I'll link in the comments, and I will talk to y'all later.